internet thing. Do you know anything about that?
Sure.
What the hell is that exactly?
Well, it's become a place where people are publishing information.
Right.
So everybody can have their own homepage. Companies are there. The latest information. It's wild what's going on. You can send electronic mail to people. It is the big new thing.
Yeah, but you know, it's easy to criticize something you don't fully understand, which is my position here.
Go ahead.
But I can remember a couple of months ago, there was like a big breakthrough announcement that on the internet or on some computer deal, they were going to broadcast a baseball game. You could listen to a baseball game on your computer. And I just thought to myself, does radio ring a bell? You know what I mean?
There's a difference.
There is a difference.
It's not a huge difference.
What is the difference?
But you can listen to the baseball game whenever you want.
Right.
Too.
Oh, I see. So it's stored in one of your memory deals.
Exactly.
And
That's
back
the RAM
later.
thing you talked about earlier.
Yeah. Do tape recorders ring a bell? I just don't know. What can you, just knowing me the little you know me now, what am I missing here? What do I need?
Well, if you want to learn about the latest cigars or auto racing statistics.
Well, you know, I've got that covered. I subscribe to 2 British magazines devoted entirely to motorsports, and I call the Quaker State Speedline about 2 times a half hour. So now would the computer give me more than I'm getting that way?
Well, you can find other people who have the same unusual interests you do.
You mean the troubled loner chat room on the internet?
Absolutely.
I think one day I'll get one of these deals, but I've played with them, and then you type it in, and then you get that thing, that little arrow. Is that the arrow?
You bet.
And then it's just, it's like, oh, I get it, it's an eye test. What do we...
The third show, actually, is the one moment where we do look into the future, because Channel 4 has asked us to do that.
Sure.
And so what's your vision of, 10 years from now with this technology that you're developing?
Well, I think the internet and the web, there are 2 exciting things happening in software and in computing today. I think one is objects, but the other one is the web. The web is incredibly exciting because it is the fulfillment of a lot of our dreams that the computer would ultimately not be primarily a device for computation, but metamorphosize into a device for communication. And with the web, that's finally happening. And secondly, it's exciting because Microsoft doesn't own it, and therefore there's a tremendous amount of innovation happening. So I think that the web is going to be profound in what it does to our society. As you know, about 15% of the goods and services in the U.S. are sold via catalogs or over the television. All that's going to go on the web and more. Billions and billions, soon tens of billions of dollars worth of goods and services are going to be sold on the web. If you could, a way to think about it is the ultimate direct-to-customer distribution channel. Another way to think about it is the smallest company in the world can look as large as the largest company in the world on the web. So I guess I think the web, as we look back 10 years from now, the web is going to be the defining technology, the defining social moment for computing. And I think it's going to be huge. I think it's breathed a whole new generation of life into personal computing, and I think it's going to be huge.
And you're making software that...
Oh, absolutely, but so is everybody. I mean, just forget about what we're doing. Just as an industry, the web is going to open a whole new door to this industry.
It's another one of those things that it's obvious once it happens. But 5 years ago, who would have guessed?
Right. That's right. Isn't this a wonderful place we live?
Simply remove the telephone jack and plug it into this box here, the modem. I then take another wire from the modem and plug it in where the telephone was. I can then switch on the modem. It's now telling me to phone up the main Pressel computer.
So it's a very simple connection to make.
Extremely simple. I'm now waiting for the computer to answer me. And
things are starting to happen.
Things are starting to happen.
Why did you buy a computer?
Well, I was very interested in the new technology and didn't want to be left behind. I don't think it's only for the youngsters at school now. I think us older ones will have to learn a lot about it.
What is internet anyway?
Internet is that massive computer network, the one that's becoming really big now.
What do you mean? That's big? How does one? What do you write to it like mail?
No, a lot of people use it and communicate. I guess they can communicate with NBC writers and producers. Allison, can you explain what internet is?
The world is in financial disarray. Currencies failing, economies in wild flux, jobs being lost. But what if you could build an entirely new economy, one specifically designed for the digital realm? Well, that is the dream behind Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, for those of you who don't know, is an electronic online currency that was created in 2009. It was made by someone who did it under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto.
Like any economy, you don't want too much too fast because then the value of your currency drops, or so slow that your economy grounds to a halt. It's designed to be a self-stabilising economy. Whether it actually is that way though, well, that is a little bit more complicated.
Because some people have said, hey, Bitcoin is the answer to those problems. Are you a believer?
Well, Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And, of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient.
And what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a currency on the internet.
I sent 100 euros worth of Bitcoin from here in Tokyo directly to you guys through this camera, through the network, through the TV, right into your home. If I had tried to do that, send you the money with a traditional bank, it would have taken several days and probably cost 30 euros. I just did it right now with Bitcoin instantly, basically for free, and didn't have to ask anybody for permission. I didn't need a bank, I didn't need a government, I didn't need anybody. I just needed myself and you and our smartphones to do it. That's the power of Bitcoin.
Wall Street is fraud, America is fraud, the world is fraud, banks are fraud, central banks are fraud. We live in an era of fraud. It's all based on fraud, and they get a percentage of the fraud. That's the business model. To suggest that there is any moral or ethical aspect to anything that's going on now is to be completely naive about the fact that we live in an era dominated by financial terrorists, jihadis of banking. They're here to kill you and themselves. They believe in an ideology, not the Quran, but Adam Smith, that they completely misread and interpret as something to justify their blowing themselves up. Janet Yellen's a terrorist! Mario Draghi's a terrorist! The Central Bank of Japan is a terrorist! These are the real terrorists!
Funds received.
This community is switching to what they think is a better monetary system. A system in which banks are no longer needed because payments could be made directly from one person to another.
Bitcoin is fundamentally different because in Bitcoin, you don't owe anyone anything and no one owes you anything. It is not a system based on that. It is a system based on ownership. And no one can censor it, no one can seize it, no one can freeze it.
It's November the 2nd, 2008, just 6 weeks after the Lehman Brothers collapse. And all over the world, there are panicked debates about how to save the banks. Then, on a little visited web forum for cryptographers, a document appears in which a completely new monetary system is proposed. The visionary author calls himself Satoshi Nakamoto.
These were the darkest days of the financial crisis. So that to me suggests a very clever mind that saw an opportunity, the perfect opportunity to introduce a new radical technology and a new radical approach to money and finance at just the right moment when people would be very open to making this big shift that's required to adopt a new currency.
What's exciting for me is like a global economy. Right now we say we have a global economy, but I can't take $1 and give it to you in the Netherlands and then you know what to do with it, right? You would have to go and change it to your native currency. And when you kind of eliminate that step and I can just send you one form of payment and you can send me a product in a matter of seconds, that starts to change things from a global perspective.
How could this digital coin invented by this Satoshi Nakamoto become hundreds of times more valuable than the dollar? And why do enthusiasts like Roger Fear want the world to switch to bitcoins?
I'm giving every single person here 1,000 yen worth of bitcoins, which is like $8 and something cents.
Back in the early days, I'd get phone calls from my buddies. Oh, hey man, I lost 10,000 bitcoins because my computer blew up, right? Back then, one bitcoin was less than a penny, right? So nobody cared. They lost $10. I don't care, right? And now 10,000 bitcoins, that's $5 million. That's a big deal, right?
I think a lot of people are underestimating the way in which Bitcoin and the blockchain are going to change the power structures in society in general. I mean, I grew up in the US and I see all these people like, yeah, nuke everybody in the Middle East and kill them all. And then they have the former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright on 60 Minutes, one of the most popular news shows in the US. And they asked her, they said, like, there's reports that more than 500,000 Iraqi children have died as a direct result of US sanctions. And she looks back at her with a straight face and she goes, it was a really tough decision, but I think that it was worth it. Worth murdering 500,000 kids because of what the government did? And I apologize for crying, but it just disgusts me from my core when I see government people murdering people around the world. It's not just theoretical. These are real people with real lives. And it's real people, and Bitcoin has the power to undermine everything they're doing to people around the world. And I'm sorry for shouting, but it just disgusts me what these people in government do. And they do it through central banking and through the control of the money supply, and Bitcoin takes that away from them.
You can buy Bitcoin at the Shell station. Check it out. Good. Got $2. Hit finish. Oh. $2 Bitcoin. Just like that. From this machine. I just turned cash into digital currency.
So thinking that it's too late to get involved in Bitcoin is like thinking it's too late to get involved with the internet or too late to get involved with using a cell phone. Like, it's not too late to get involved in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin becomes really popular all over the world, Bitcoins are going to have to be worth at least tens of thousands of dollars a Bitcoin, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars per Bitcoin. So thinking it's too late to get involved with Bitcoin is like thinking it's too late to get involved with using the internet. Of course not. Like, it's ubiquitous in our lives, and Bitcoin's going to become ubiquitous in our lives as well.
You see, our passion with Crypto Learning Academy is to make sure that we can teach the masses about cryptocurrency, blockchain, and Bitcoin. You see, right now, a lot of people think that Bitcoin is all there is. Many people are looking at Bitcoin as a way to get rich quick because they're hearing about all the success stories. Now, no doubt, if you get into cryptocurrency now, you will be rich for sure. But that's not even the point that we want to get across today. We want you to appreciate that there's so much more to blockchain. There's so much more to Bitcoin. It's changing our lives. This is the future. Just like when the early adopters were trying to tell people about the internet. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, they were out there saying the internet's the next big thing. People had no idea what it was. People never would have imagined that the internet would have taken over the world. And that's exactly where we're at today. So if you're here today, you're here at a very great time because we still have a lot of information to spread. You see, right now in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, there's two people. There's the egomaniac that's in there that knows a lot about blockchain and Bitcoin, but he or she wants to just be the smartest out there. They don't really want to teach people. They want people to look up to them and think that they know everything. Then you have the second type of person who's the technology guy. He's a programmer or she's a programmer. She knows or he knows so much that it's very hard for them to break the things down in a small form so the masses can understand. We noticed that So as we've been working in this field, we've been doing this for years and years and years now. We decided to create a platform that we can truly help people understand what cryptocurrency is without all the nonsense. Not the MLM network marketing drama, not all the get rich quick type stuff. We really want you to truly understand how this technology is changing our world. If you come to our homepage, you'll see a lot of different articles. We're working with some of the top article writers in the entire world in the cryptocurrency and crypto industry, blockchain, Bitcoin related space. And we want to make sure that we can produce all the best content there is. We break everything down like exactly what is cryptocurrency. We tell you about new developments as they come through, like as far as Amazon preparing for the Bitcoin future. We tell you about new hardware devices you can use to store your cryptocurrency. We talk about the different exchanges, the pros and the cons and all that good stuff. We interview some of the top professionals in this industry to make sure that we can bring it to you so you can understand exactly what it is. And if you look on our site, this is a great site to bookmark because you can easily see exactly what's going on in the industry. One of the things that I wanted to do was make sure that we'll know exactly what's going on every day right now at this moment with cryptocurrency. So if you look up here, you can see that there's a lot more than just Bitcoin. You can see NEO up here, you can see EOS up here, you can see different ones as they're scrolling through, and that's going to help you definitely stay on top of the market and know what's going on. On the right hand side, you'll always know exactly where Bitcoin is, or if you want to see Ethereum, you can click on this and you'll know exactly where Ethereum is. This is going to definitely help you out in a major way. We also have a cryptocurrency market menu right here. So once you click on this is going to take you to another screen that takes you through all the different cryptocurrencies in the market. You will know exactly where the cryptocurrency market is. You'll know exactly where Bitcoin Cash is, Ripple, Dash, Litecoin, and all the other different cryptocurrencies out there. If there's one particular one that you're looking for, like say if I was looking for BitShares, you'll see exactly where BitShares is, you'll see what the market cap is, and you'll know exactly what the price is. So this is very powerful because now you know exactly what's going on in the industry, when to invest, and where to invest. Also, if you click on exchange, you'll be able to see all the different exchanges that these cryptocurrencies are at. So for instance, if you've seen Bitcoin trading on one exchange and you've seen it for 12,331, you see it at another one for 14,573, and then you see it somewhere else, you know exactly what place to buy it at. That tells you right then and right there, okay, Bitcoin right here is 12,375, and this one's 12,331, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy it at this exchange. We want to make sure that you have the ability to know exactly what's going on each exchange, and you'll know when to buy, because we're going to make sure that you get the best value and the best bang for your buck. If you click on Learning Center, you'll see that we have this is what I really love about this site. This is a private cryptocurrency learning center that only a few people are going to be involved in. We're not going to open it up to the entire world, but the early adapters will jump on this and they will truly enjoy our learning platform. So we created a gamification platform that allows you to look at all of our courses. We have online self-paced courses, we have virtual instructor-led courses, private interviews from some of the top people that we're going to be putting together and putting back there in the back office, group mentoring. You get certifications. Every time you finish a course, you actually get a certification that you can upload to LinkedIn, so it shows that you know what you're talking about when you do start talking about cryptocurrency or blockchain. We have a full learning dashboard, but I'm not just going to talk about it, I'm going to actually show you our dashboard. So as you see, this is our catalog right here. We're adding more courses all the time, but I'm going to show you a few that I really like, and so you can see exactly how they are. So if you become a member of our private course, you can actually go back here and pick some of the courses. So I'm going to choose this one, Cryptocurrency Basics. And you'll actually see how many different videos. This one has 8 different videos. What is cryptocurrency? The type of currency is available, how to open an account to invest, strategies to invest, how to collect more Bitcoin, and all that good stuff. So it's a really good platform that you can go through, and it's a gamification platform. When I say gamification, that means that you get points for finishing courses, you get points for tests, quizzes, and all those good things. There's a leaderboard that shows you where you're at, like how many points, I'm in 3rd place, all that good stuff. And if you click on this, you can actually look at the leaderboard. So these are all of our test members, so we're just launching, but we want to show you that this is a leaderboard platform. It's a gamification platform, so as you go through the courses, you're going to have fun by playing the game, and you're also going to learn too, and we feel that that's very important. I'll show you an example of this course.
Hello there, and welcome back to the second module of Cryptocurrency Secrets. In the previous module, we've already delved into the basic fundamentals of cryptocurrency. In this video, we'll be exploring the different types of cryptocurrency.
So as you see, it's going to be a video course that goes through. It talks about Bitcoin. It talks about, Ethereum, talks about Litecoin. So we're really helping you to understand the different cryptocurrencies out there, and we want you to truly understand it. And that's just one course. What if I'm going to go back to show you some other courses that we have, just so you can see that it's not just one course or one video. We have different things, like we have Bitcoin wallet guide that you can go into, and it's the knowledge that we have is depth. So like if you look at this, is what is a Bitcoin wallet, clearing up some confusion, what are online wallets, what are desktop wallets, what are mobile wallets, what are hardware wallets. We have so many different things, and at the end there's always a test presented because you get points after you finish the test. If you ever come back after you leave, you can always resume your course. It's going to take you back to the exact place that you left. You can go through it, you can read here. Sometimes there's tests that you have to put in, all that good stuff. So one of the cool things I like is your progress. You can see in our back office we have our course catalog, our progress meter, groups that we have in the back office, discussions, calendars, and all that good stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on progress. When you click on progress, it'll show you exactly what your progress is. So like I said, this is a full dashboard. You can see that for this particular user, 9 assigned courses, 3 completed courses, got 1 certification, got 1,250 points, first level, 4 badges, 4 logons in the last week, 35 logons last month. So you really get to see exactly what you're doing. So this isn't just a regular platform that you're not really, knowing what you're doing. We're making sure that you get very great details about yourself so you can understand your progression. Also, you can look at your courses, you can look at all of your certifications that you have. In fact, once you get a certification, if you click on share, you clicked on the LinkedIn button, you can actually share it directly to your LinkedIn profile so people can see that you're a professional with whatever course that you go through. You can see all your badges that you have. You can look at your timeline and see everything that you went through. And you can look at your infographic, which I think is pretty amazing. So this is a test account, like I said, and this is the one I just go through everything. So it can show that I did 9 courses, 1 certification, all your points. It shows which ones you were the most active on, how many tests you passed, your course completion rate, all your badges compared to others, and all that good stuff. So we made sure that we put together a solid platform for you to truly understand this market. So I hope that you really see that we want you to learn. We want you to really understand this market, and we want to take your cryptocurrency experience to the next level, and that's what we're doing here at Crypto Learning Academy. We thank you for watching this video. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Take care, have a great night, or a good day.